The mountain that reflected the moon twice, 2022, Innsbruck, Austria. On a frigid winter night in 2022, high above the quiet streets of Innsbruck, something happened on the mountains that made seasoned hikers stop mid-step. Photographers gasp through frozen breath, and scientists struggle for words. It began with a single moon, bright, cold, and perfectly round, rising over the Austrian Alps. But a few minutes later, witnesses swore they saw two moons shimmering across the face of a snowy peak. And for a moment, no one could tell which one was real. It started around 11 p.m. when a small group of night trekkers climbed a ridge overlooking the Nordkette Range. They expected stillness, silence, the kind of calm only deep winter can create. Instead, they saw the unmistakable silver glow of the full moon touch the highest peak. And then, seconds later, a second moon bloom on the snow, at just slightly below the first, like a ghostly echo made of light. At first, the group whispered that it must be a trick of fatigue or the cold fogging their vision. But then the second reflection sharpened, brightened, and began to move in perfect unison with the real moon. Every shift in the sky, every subtle angle, mirrored twice. One real, one impossibly reflected on the frozen slope. Word spread fast. Within minutes, others across the valley were stepping onto balconies, pulling aside curtains, rushing out with phones held high. Some captured it, most simply stared. The mountain glowed like a silver stage, the double image stretching across untouched snow, as though the landscape had become a mirror with its own idea of what the night sky should look like. What made it stranger was the silence. Wind often cuts hard through the Alps at night, but on this evening, the air felt still, almost held in place, giving the moment an otherworldly stillness. You could hear boots crunching in the distance, soft gasps, the click of camera shutters. But the mountains themselves? They made no sound. It was as if they were holding their breath too. Scientists later described it as an extreme and extraordinarily rare atmospheric event, a precise combination of cold air, ice crystals, and the reflective geometry of the snowpack. A perfect storm of nature's smallest details aligning for just a few minutes. But to the people who stood there in the cold, watching two moons glide across a mountain that should have held only one, it felt like something else. As if the world had briefly shown them a hidden layer, a shimmer behind reality's curtain. And just as quietly as it began, it faded. The second moon dissolved into the darkness, leaving only the original hanging in the sky, calm, steady, and singular once again. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.